I always think that when someone tells me I'm crazy about doing something or saying something, for me, it makes me feel like I'm on the right track because it makes me feel courageous. So for me, in part, it's a good thing. It's like an extreme sadness that can't get out of, and you don't know why. Everything makes you sad. You feel like you're trying to be everything to everybody, and there's no way you can be, but the world favors youth, the world favors money, and you always feel like you don't measure up. Blogging is my biggest hobby right now. It gives me a creative outlet that nothing else does. I created it because I didn't see anybody out there who was like me. So that saying goes, if it's not out there, then you create it. And spending time with my family, really. Now looking back at it, I really focused on trying to be victorious and not be a victim. I find that sometimes we stay in that victim stage and we feed off of it and it becomes our life. And so when I started to let that go and thought, no, I want to be victorious, then I started putting systems in place in my life to be victorious. I started exercising a lot more. I started eating a lot better. I started minimalism and took everything out of my life that no longer served its purpose. I started practicing emotional intelligence, which was a huge game changer in my life. I started opening up my circle of friends to a different variety of circle of friends that made me feel good rather than made me feel like I was always in competition. And those could be big game changers on how you feel about yourself and how you feel about your life. And know that you can be victorious.
Hi everyone. Next Monday, Michelle talks about her present life. Nowadays, she's not struggling with depression anymore, and she's trying to balance all the aspects of her life. So, mental and physical health, personal and professional life, this is something we all have to do, and I think that it's very interesting to see how someone that does it all tries to deal with it. And one thing that I want to talk about here is how hard it was for her and for so many of other people that I've interviewed to think about a funny moment. And hear me out. Her funny moment is so funny, it's very empowering. It's such a good story. I would recommend anyone to hear this story because it's a great one. But I realized that people tend to have all of their bad memories or all of their hard moments right here in the head. But when it comes to think about a good moment, a funny moment, we overthink it and we try to find the best thing that ever happened to us. When we talk about a bad moment, we're not thinking about the worst thing that ever happened to us. Just any bad thing would do. So maybe let's try to do this a little bit more with the positive things. Any positive thing should do. We should just enjoy any good time that we spend with family, friends, by ourselves, anything. All of these are moments we have to cherish because they're part of our life as much as the bad moments. Anyway, I hope I'll see you there next Monday and that you'll enjoy this.